We have a lot of variability in agricultural fields, but the variability in an urban landscape is orders of magnitude more. So it becomes really difficult to try to manage that type of a system. So we have sensors in our football field. In fact, I was just there yesterday giving a tour, and I was with our field manager. And unprompted, he was talking about with this group about the sensors he's using, how much he's learned, and he's learned how to be a better irrigator. And so he's wasting less water, which is really important, but he's also getting nutrition better because he's not pushing the nutrients out of the soil. We have such a large amount of pressure to save water. Water's becoming increasingly scarce. And so there's one side of the folks that just want to get rid of our landscapes, which is a horrible idea. There's so many reasons, scientific reasons, why we want plants, including turfgrass, in the landscape. But we've got to start doing it better, especially with grass, turfgrass. Turfgrass is really tough because, like Kentucky bluegrass, most of the grasses are pretty shallow rooted. And so the water becomes a problem. It's a pretty narrow band of soil that you're irrigating. And so being able to have sensors in there is pretty helpful. I also think we need to be able to use technology that tells me where the dry spots are. And we have technology now that's valve and head technology where I can turn on a single irrigation head. And so using a combination of being able to read my entire landscape, having a soil sensor or two locations to tell me, hey, this is where the soil is at, I think we could save easily 50% of the water. Our data shows the average homeowner, the average turfgrass manager is putting on about twice as much water than they actually need. So that's huge. I mean, if we could do that across the West, we would have massive savings. And we need to. I mean, the Great Salt Lake is in trouble. We've got to start figuring this out and use less water. Sensors is part of the answer to be able to manage that water better.